Even I started with a zip. Let's get to that.
Queens, you get zip for the drip. Oh, let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
The views and opinions expressed by Zip is not always the views and opinions held by Zip. Sometimes they come from the cat. The cat doesn't identify as a cat. I believe it's a pit bull. So around here, we refer to it as pit cat. In this video, we're going to be talking about Pooh Shiesty father. You heard? Yeah. Yes. Before we get into this video, do me a favor. Stall off on the like button, share, subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I drop these videos and all that. Alright, so boom, check it. I had a conversation with Maul on Patreon last week. It's out right now. You should go listen to it in its entirety. It was a good episode. You heard me, him, and Baby D. Rory was on vacation and all of that. Just listen real quick. See how you got rappers screaming? He's too tough to be streaming. He's
really living what he's saying. He's really from that. I get that. Now, what I'm saying is, Zip, and we know because we from the same background and upbringings, it comes a time, though, where you got to recognize, especially when we talk about father and son, where you got to recognize, yo, my son has an opportunity to do something and become something, right? We got to protect him and shield him from this part of it. So, yes, we don't like the fact that Gucci probably owes him money. He's bound by this contract. This is stopping other business from happening. We get all of that. But we can't have the guy that is cash cow, the one that's going to be able to possibly take care of all of us and get us out of the situation that we're currently in. We can't have him, no matter how thorough he is, how gangster he is, how much he lives his rhymes. At some point, we have to remove him from ever even being a part of this shit. And if we decide we want to take things to another level, okay, we have the quote-unquote soldiers for that.
You remember y'all Unfortunately episode? When y'all was saying, Pooh Shiesty said, unfortunately, I'm the CEO and top shooter for my gang. Unfortunately. This is what this little nigga said. I'm not making this shit up. He said this shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying, you met his pops before?
Never met him.
All right, so we don't know what kind of nigga this nigga is.
Right. We can guess.
He might Memphis nigga, that you survived all that shit down there. You might be chemically dependent on drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, you might not be thinking right, nigga.
Right.
You thinking the same way this nigga thinking. We about to get this money any means necessary. By any means necessary. That episode came out on Monday. I said that last week, Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I saw today? Check this out.
His father is accused of helping him rob and kidnap Gucci Mane at gunpoint, forcing him to sign papers to release him from his record deal contract. The feds apparently have video footage of Pooh Shiesty's father going into a Staples and printing out this contract. And then apparently he was in the room when Pooh Shiesty pointed the gun at Gucci Mane's head and made him sign the papers, and then asked his father if the papers were fine. And then his father said, no, you need to date the papers too. Somehow his father got out on bond, and now the government's begging to put him back in jail, saying the judge messed up letting him out. I'm going to read his criminal history. 1991, age 14, charged with drug charges and aggravated assault. Later the same year, he was arrested for having a pistol on him. Then a few months later, he was charged with first-degree murder after killing someone, which he pled down to voluntary manslaughter. Despite receiving home release and supervision in May of 1993, the defendant committed a second homicide barely a month later, shooting his girlfriend while they were, as he described it, playing with a gun. If I were to guess, this guy murdered his girlfriend. Then the years to follow, he gets multiple evading arrest charges, repeated unlawful weapon possession charges, 9mm handgun, stolen firearms, marijuana trafficking with scales, crack cocaine trafficking, aggravated assault in 2001 where he pulled a handgun on a woman, then kicked her, hit her, and caused her to dislocate her shoulder, large bumps on her forehead, and severe bruises. In 2004, defendant probation was revoked for an accessory after the fact, charged with a third homicide, in which defendant's associates murdered a woman and the defendant subsequently used the victim's cell phone and credit cards. Then in 2010, charged with crack cocaine distribution again and received a 70-month sentence. Probation was revoked again, put back in prison for 22 months. Defendant was then shortly thereafter charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. His associates kicked in the door of a home and opened fire, shooting 3 individuals, one in the head, one in the leg, and one in the shoulder. Those charges were ultimately dismissed. And then in 2016, he's charged with trafficking cocaine again.
Did you, understand what you was just hearing just now? I need everybody that got on the internet and said something like, yo, the father of this, the father of that. He was supposed to make sure he failed his son and all of y'all need to hurry up and shut the fuck up. Forget about failing Pooh Shiesty. He failed himself. That is 4 decades worth of gunplay. 4 decades worth of gunplay. Serious gunplay. 4 murders. 4 murders, 4 decades. And a bunch of other shit in between. And y'all thought Pooh Shiesty Pops was gonna keep him out the shits? Y'all thought Pooh Shiesty Pops was gonna keep him out the shits? How? How could he? He don't know no better. He don't know no better, man. That nigga's a stone cold hooligan. Now I hear talk on the internet. Oh, he a rat. He told on some people. He did this, he did that. I want y'all to know, right? That everybody that you call a rat and a snitch ain't gonna be pussy. Some of them niggas, you gonna have to answer to that when you see them niggas, you heard? If he is a rat, if he is a snitch, he sound like the worst kind of nigga in the world to have an issue with. Because on 4 different occasions, he went to jail for murder. On 4 different occasions, he was copping out to him and all of that. He copped out the 2 of them that we know about. He said he put them people down. First when he got a manslaughter. Second when he said he was playing with the gun and went off. He knocked the girl. This nigga be putting people down. Y'all say he a rat. Y'all gonna have to deal with that man when y'all see that man. However that go. What I'm saying is, if he is, or if he ain't, if he done got around that much shit right there, what do you think he tells the little nigga? What you think he tell his son? Law can't fuck with me, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Best lawyer money. Once the little nigga outside and he see what's going on, this nigga beating body after body after body after body. He's sitting down 60 months, 70 months. They were saying he was sitting down. He was doing them violations and he was going to jail. But them main charges, he was getting around all of those. So as a son coming up around the wolves, the vultures, gorillas, snakes, roaches, coming up around all of this in the jungles of Memphis, his daddy is whooping the police. His daddy is whooping the police. How he supposed to act? How he supposed to act out here? I don't get what y'all be on the internet. How is he supposed to act out here if his daddy is whooping the police like that, bro? Pistol whip this joint here, get around that. Down this joint here, get around that. Down, old boy, get around that. Run up in the crib, pop him, get around that. How is the son supposed to act now that you've heard that? Now that you've heard that, how is Pooh Shiesty supposed to act? Let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
Let's get to that.
All right, let's get to that.
Now, matter of fact, I zip niggas up, let's get to that.
I got the sauce, I got the gravy. My shit is lit, I'm
kinda wavy. I'm taking off, I'm going crazy. Zip with the drip, I'm about to pop like a 380. They looking up, we looking down on them. They run it up, we running down on them. We can never get a pound from them. Now I wouldn't give a pound to them. Where was you when I was in the struggle? You ain't gang while you in the huddle. You mess with the ops, I can never trust you. You mess with the ops, I can never trust you.